back everyone, and as you see I have my citrine Muckamuck back in my hands. But I have this for a comparison purpose. Here's my regular Muckamuck, and now I have two Sniders. So in my last favorite gun video, someone brought up to the point, or said that, oh, no wonder the Snider's better than the Muckamuck, because Reaper gets Splash. And I'm not sure that the Snider is better than the Muckamuck on Maya. So I want to do a kind of a comparison of these two snipers. I like the Muckamuck better than the Snider on Maya, but that's kind of a personal thing. I don't actually know which one performs better, and we're going to find out together right now, so this will be kind of cool. I didn't do any pre-testing on this, I just started hitting record, so the results are going to be as much of a surprise to me as they are to you. So before I get going on there, no bar, which I guess would affect the guns pretty evenly, but so I've got my Citrine Muckamuck and the Skooka Muckamuck. Now the only difference between these two is a small critical hit boost, so there shouldn't be much between them, but I wanted to bring a regular one because the Snider doesn't have access to the gemstone skin, so I wanted to be a little fair there. And then you have the Barking Snider. I put both the Mollywand grip and the Jacob's grip here because the Mollywand grip it has higher DPS, but it has lower kind of one-hit damage, so I wanted to kind of look at both of those options. But to compare, so here's our Barking Snider compared to the Muckamuck. You see there's a big difference in base damage there, and the Muckamuck also has 160% critical hit damage, where the Snider has 100. But the Snider gets matching fire bonus, which is a big deal, and it has 50% splash damage, which will also get the matching damage. So we'll see how that goes out, but the Snider also has access to the Bone of the Ancients. Now, to be somewhat fair to that, I brought over something. Here we go, a Heart of the Ancients for the Muckamuck. So I'm going to compare them both with relics that help them and relics that don't help them, to kind of do a more fair comparison. But the bone definitely leans in the favor of the Snider. So next we have my build, which is the same as you've seen it for quite a while now. So I guess let's start shooting this guy in the head. So first I'm going to do this kind of on an even footing with no relic that helps either of them. I guess this doesn't. So here we have the Citrine Muckamuck. 17,295,000. Regular Muckamuck, 16,859,000. So less than $1 million difference between those two. Now we have the Mollywand Snider, 15,900,000, and the Jacob Snider, 16,800,000. So 16,800,000 compared to 16. Wow, is that the same? That's kind of crazy. 16,849. 16,859. Wow, so the regular Muckamuck outperforms the Jacob's Grip Snider just by a hair. But if we pop on a Firebone, so I'm going to shoot this one more time, 16,859. Now let's go to the regular Snider, 22 million. And 23 million. So that definitely puts them ahead. Now let's see a Muckamuck with a sniper relic on. 21, and that's the more powerful of the two. So with a bone, the Snider just hairs out the Muckamuck for overall base damage, and that's, I think, even with... Let's see what they do with this. 19. So 21 with a sniper relic on that. Let me do this one more time. 21.6. So their damage with this relic are pretty comparable. Muckamuck's got a slight hair, but with the bone, the Snider definitely comes out on top. And to be fair, there's quite often that you're just going to wear a bone. But what we're not seeing here is shielded enemies. See, the nice thing about the Muckamuck, with doing that comparable damage, it doesn't matter if they have a shield, or, which a lot of enemies do have shields on top of their flesh, and that hurts the hurts the Snider, helps the Muckamuck. The next things to look at is fire rate.
Which is superior?
So the Muckamuck has a 2.6 fire rate, and a Barking Snider has a 1.4. Now I could go to a Banberry Snider, but that's still not going to have the same fire rate as the Muckamuck. So the Muckamuck is going to have a faster fire rate but a slower magazine size. So really, let's just kind of demonstrate that. Of course, it has more recoil, which makes it hard to keep on target. Which that was a bad job I did there. Should have waited for a full magazine. You kind of got to wait for it to come back and play with that recoil. I'll go with the regular one. So yeah, it's close. The splash damage probably plays a little nicer with chain reaction, because on the body shot, I guess that's the next thing I should look at, because let's be honest, you're not going to always hit. So 6.5 million, 6.8 million, 2.9. So you really see that difference on the body shots. And that's another reason the Snider plays a little nicer with chain reaction, but I did have a bone on there. So let's do it without the bone there to be a little more fair. 4.9, but it's still quite a bit ahead. 2.9. So the Sniders definitely demolish it on a body shot. But on a crit, which is what you should be doing with snipers anyways, the damage and the fire rate, there's not a huge difference between them at the end of the day. So really, whichever one you feel more comfortable at, these things are about as even as you can get. I like the Muckamuck slightly more because, like I said, you saw my video, or hopefully you watched the 2 videos of me running through Lynchwood with these. There's a lot of enemies with shields, and with that, the Snider took a lot more shots, where the Muckamuck could just go through that without caring. So it's, you know, pretty much a dead even race. I would call them equal in Maya's hands. I would not put one in front of the other at all. You will be wearing the bone probably more likely than not, but that's fine, because the Muckamuck doesn't need the bone to do damn good damage. So that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. This was a little quick one, but I found it kind of interesting. I hope you did too. Bye. See you later.